Hello and welcome to Iceland Roundup.
So we're not doing the Danish accent.
You can. Go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I spoke Danish for a week warming up for this, and now we're changing the schedule.
Yeah,
My wife divorced me and everything.
Is that what happened?
Outrageous. I work so hard. I sacrifice so much for this show.
I think you have to.
So hard.
I think you have to have a long conversation about method acting with that Irish guy.
Wait,
What?
which one?
Daniel
Colin.
Day-Lewis.
Oh, is he Irish?
Isn't he?
Huh.
Maybe he's not.
Yeah.
I have no
Maybe
idea.
play-
I feel like I
Irish
should
guy.
I should feel ashamed of how frequently I mistake Irish people for English and vice versa, but shit guys, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it is a little difficult to tell where one ends and the other begins.
Yeah, you can add the Welsh to that mix as far as I'm concerned.
Kenneth Branagh is Irish, I found out the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what?
Wow, this got really specific really fast.
Yeah.
He's just such an English guy, you know? He's from Northern Ireland, which makes it even trickier to say,
Yeah.
like, is he British? Is he Irish? Is he both?
What
is he neither?
Yeah. Akkurat.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we have a few things on the docket this week. Yesterday was Iceland Language Day, and
That's why we are speaking English with
That's
a
why we're
Danish
speaking-
accent.
Yeah.
we're a part of the problem.
Let me be the first to tell you, fuck Icelandic.
And then we
I
have
love Icelandic.
we have a single reader's question we should get to at the end.
Yay.
Did we get one question? Are we losing audience?
We got one question twice.
We just answered all the questions so well.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah, that people
our
said just like, it
listeners-
doesn't- I mean, I'm not going to send any more questions.
Have been thinking hard and drinking hard,
So then
trying
we
to come up with good questions.
we have pets and apartment buildings, mosquitoes.
If anyone sacrifices more for this show than me, it's our beautiful listeners.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we have organized crime.
And these
and
topics are all related.
yeah, they are.
Okay.
They all happen in Iceland. That's how they are
That's the
related.
common thread to the show, you see, Aðalsteinn, is we're Iceland Roundup and not just like random shit Roundup.
Yeah, I mean, if
It
we weren't,
sometimes feels like that though.
Yeah, we wouldn't just start talking about Kenneth Branagh for no reason.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if this wasn't Iceland Roundup, we'd be like, I don't know, talking about the Epstein emails or something.
Yeah. Is there?
wouldn't that be fun?
Have you gone through the published emails?
No.
Is there an Icelandic thread there? Not a threat, but a threat.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
We
we already talked about how that Andreas guy is in fact not Icelandic
Yeah.
Oh,
and is now simply Andrew.
Yeah,
to
Andrew.
avoid any further confusion.
Andrew.
prince.
I just want to
Windsor
thank the royal
Mountbatten.
family for kicking his ass out of it, so I'm less confused about news headlines.
Mm.
I'm not clicking on stuff hoping to find people I know in there.
No, it's also
Andreas
like
Magnusson.
as you were saying, like it's also like these headlines also read like the name of like a translated Donald Duck. like Andreas í vandræðum.
Yeah. Donald in trouble. Actually, that is a headline I see a lot.
Yeah. Oh God.
They're all the same, aren't they?
I guess so.
I guess it should be noted that, Donald and the Icelandic version of Donald is Andreas.
Oh yeah. They're interchangeable.
Andreas
At
is Icelandic for Donald.
least in those emails, they seem to be interchangeable.
Yeah,
Yes.
it'd be fun reading an Icelandic news article where both of them are referred to as Andreas. Andreas and Andreas together in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we haven't maybe we should have, because the popes have an Icelandic name, the royalties have an Icelandic name. Maybe U.S. presidents should also have acquired an Icelandic name.
What's the Chicago Pope called in Icelandic? Steppi.
What is it? What is this? Is it Pope Stephen?
Pope Steve.
Is it Stephen?
Pope?
I don't know.
No.
I'm just, I don't fucking know.
I didn't know. That's
I hate to break this to you, Jonde, but I am actually not Catholic, so I don't know what the dude's name is. He's just the Pope to me.
yeah, I mean, you will have enough time, the eternal time, burning in hell, thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make me remember his name.
Yeah, can you look this up?
I'm trying to Leo.
Leo.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's an easy one.
Like
Lippi.
Just Leo.
Lippi Páfi.
Leppi.
Leppi. Pope Leo. Well, do you guys want to talk about yesterday, which is Icelandic Language Day?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have every year we have an Icelandic Language Day on November 16, which commemorates the birth of Jónas Hallgrímsson,
Mm-hmm.
a poet,
Noted Icelandic speaker.
noted Icelandic speaker from the 19th century who
Lived in Denmark, though.
who died in Denmark, who was killed by a flight of stairs in Denmark while drunk.
Yes.
He lived the Icelandic dream.
At the, I don't know, I was born in, if I remember correctly, 1807 and died in 1845, so he didn't even make it to 40.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's drinking poetry for you.
Yeah, and like
I
Danish
feel like this
stairwells.
is still a thing people like Icelanders do. They get drunk in Denmark and fall down some stairs and die at 40.
Well, I didn't die, but I fell downstairs in Denmark drunk just last week.
They need to make better stairs over there.
Yeah.
It's all that wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fell down some Danish
Has
stairs
anybody
too.
pondered whether or not it's all that beer?
No, don't be
No,
ridiculous.
Oh, just checking.
Are you saying I can't handle my ale?
So the
I fell down those stairs when I was 12, by the way, so I was already
Yeah.
drinking pretty hard.
so the
I
celebration
shouldn't
of
laugh.
the celebrations of Icelandic sometimes felt a bit like a premature wake. Former Prime Minister Katrín Jakobsdóttir said in an interview in English with The Guardian, having this language that is spoken by so very few, this is a quote, I feel that we carry a huge responsibility to actually preserve that. I do not personally think we are doing enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And her co-author Ragnar Jónasson, in the same interview promoting a book, said we are just a generation away from losing this language because of all of these huge changes. So, in the same vein,
well,
just to like
Clutch your pearls any harder, and they will just disintegrate into ash.
yeah. So in that sort of same vein of sort of Icelandic is dying. Current Prime Minister of Culture and Education, Logi Einarsson, a week ago requested a meeting with Apple to discuss the state of the Icelandic.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to go as well as when I tried to talk to Meta or Facebook.
Yeah, he always knows the right thing to do.
And
He always goes straight for the most effective.
and
Yeah, but that
solutions.
has worked for us in the past. Remember when
The Disney?
Lilja Alfreðsdóttir, who
Got-
was the predecessor
Yeah.
of Logi, which his name would translate to flame. Let's just note that out loud since
Yeah.
we're talking about language.
Lily and Flame.
Lily and the Flame, a great band. She just sent the CEO of Disney's like, you should like, I don't know.
Yeah, we have all of these dubbed Icelandic, like all of the Disney movies have been dubbed into quality Icelandic,
Yeah.
and she wanted them to
Put
make
them
that
on Disney
available
Plus.
on their Disney Plus thing, and they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
And I'm quite grateful for that actually.
yeah.
I don't know.
And also, I mean, Chat GPT is that its name, the AI thing.
yeah,
Who
Yeah,
cares?
the chat thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that speaks Icelandic.
terribly, but yeah.
Yeah, but it does. One of the first languages outside English,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because of things like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling up people.
Yeah, I mean, do the job. It's great.
Herra minn góður.
Herra minn góður.
Ég hef fyrirspurn. hér.
So,
Who is this?
So,
Minister.
so
No,
to-
I'm just picturing someone answering the phone at Disney.
Oh, you weren't. Okay.
nobody answers the phone there.
Oh, it's
No.
just a bot.
It's just it must be. You're just fantasizing now.
It's like an AI agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wha-
Who just speaks in Icelandic to you.
Góðan
That's how
dag.
much they want your call.
Þakka þér fyrir að ringja í Disney.
Þú ert númer 1085 í röðinni.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Guðrún Nordal also, the head of the Icelandic Department of the University of Iceland, pointed out that Iceland lags far behind its Nordic cousins when it comes to teaching new Icelanders Icelandic.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, a librarian in Breiðholt, I think, Dröp Williamsdóttir, said in an interview that Icelandic...
Lastly, a librarian in Breiðholt.
He makes her sound very authoritative, but yeah, go ahead.
said in an interview that Icelandic children were drawn to English language books, and
Yeah.
that it was important to make sure that children's books demands were met with Icelandic titles.
Oh, gee, it sounds so simple. Maybe you should go and write some and see how...
No, isn't she asking for like
Translations? Maybe.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, before we started recording the show,
you shouldn't ever speak before we start.
No, I
recording.
try not to. I try to just shut up and keep it all for later, but now I'm being forced to repeat myself.
Oh,
Let me see if I can inject as much enthusiasm into it as the first time I said this.
Yeah, okay.
But like, if you can read a book in its published language, in its original language, wouldn't you always go with that? Is that?
I mean,
is there any way to compete? Like, you know,
we have a prime example of how I'm kicking the camera constantly. Sorry, how the translated version becomes like something more and something else than the original work. The translation of Dracula.
Oh yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula was translated here in the late 1900s, early 20th century, and it's different.
Yeah,
actually.
he added a chapter with some love interest.
Yeah.
And it like completely changed the story.
Yeah.
And nobody noticed until like
10 years ago,
10
maybe.
years ago or something.
Really?
Yeah. So somebody was like, "This is in the age
there
of
wasn't
like,
enough sex in it for the translator."
like apparently not." But so, I mean, this is in the age of like what do you call these, like syndicate? No, not syndicated. Like serialized
novels.
Novels. So like the Dickens novels or Bram Stoker stuff in this case, or I guess Sherlock Holmes stuff would kind of be published this way, and some local publication here was translating stuff from Stoker and allegedly paying him something for it. I don't know what though. And so he would be in direct contact with the local publisher here and give him a chapter apparently that isn't in the canonical original.
Direct contact, of course, in those days meaning pigeons or whatever.
Yeah. I think like by ship, courier.
Yeah, by the Danish merchant ships with Mjøðgan mjöl.
Fucking Dane. Oh, sorry.
So we'll bleep that out later. Nobody wants to hear the word Dane. And
so like,
I love the Danes, the great Danes.
You love you're a fan of dogs, right? We'll get to that actually later in this episode.
Yeah.
The
oh,
dogs.
fun. But tell me more about Dracula. I can't believe the translator fucking added a chapter. Where? Who do you...
Where in the book? On page
5?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you look it up.
Seriously?
Yeah. There's like a, I think there's a...
I don't know anything more to the story.
This actually brings me to a problem that I have a lot in daily life. It's really, really hard to look for stuff in Icelandic on the internet in general. Mm-hmm. It's like if I punch that in, like the bullshit that'll come up. I mean, like if I'm lucky, like an article from the university will come up.
Yeah, but the Guardian, we were talking about earlier. Actually,
The Guardian
did a piece about this. So you can look it up.
What
in
accent
English.
are you trying to do?
Norwegian?
Okay. I'm just curious.
I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm having fun. I'm laughing. You got me laughing.
So
who's laughing now?
I am. That's who.
So what do you guys think? Is Icelandic dying? Is it over?
Yes, and also no. I mean, we live in a time where language can be preserved through artificial means quite effectively. Like never before in history did we, people have this much access to, sound recordings, and we can digitalize books and keep them all servers, and everything is very well preserved, So I don't think it will ever really die. Can we stop its shifting place in our society? No. I think history has proven that when a language starts to evolve and change and its place in, the relevant societies, Gaelic, Breton, all, multiple examples all over the world. It doesn't seem like there's anything that can be done to really stop something like that. That's just in the hands of society. And like academics can do what they can, and that's all worthwhile. But like, it's a force of nature.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it's like a big misunderstanding or fake news that the Icelandic language hasn't like evolved enormously since just the manuscripts of the sagas. I mean, we're always telling foreigners that we can read them in their original language? I mean, that's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this before, but like, it's like the later ones, like Njála, it's like, yeah, that's sort of like reading Shakespeare, you know, to English people. But yeah, the older ones is kind of more like reading Beowulf, which is, if anyone's tried that, you know, you kind of need a dictionary.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
You disagree?
Yeah,
with
we've
that?
had this talk
It's
before.
not like matter of
Like
opinion.
it is to me, and like I have no problem reading them.
Yeah.
But the words have changed.
Words are usually
meanings
fine.
I
And
mean,
So
you
what-
know the alphabet. I mean, you can like
yeah,
you
but
can pronounce the words.
Ooh, he
but-
knows the alphabet.
Yeah.
vaguely.
All right,
Learned it at law
Professor, why don't you
school.
teach us all your fancy letters?
I mean, when I get into real trouble like everybody else, it's the poetry. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of the sagas.
But why? What do
is
you think the difference is
poetry.
here? Is it that you grew up in the countryside? Is it that you grew up
He grew
about
up
10
at
years
the
earlier than
Laugarvatn.
him?
It's not the
I grew up
countryside.
reading the sagas. I think that's a part of the difference.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
grew up reading Harry Potter. And
Yeah, there you go.
It's amazing you turned out as well as you did. truly, considering-
However, in that vein, we should also point out that, like, we have this. We tell people like, yeah. It's been the same since the 12th century when we wrote those manuscripts, or 13th century, or whatever.
yeah, but that's not. I
That,
mean,
that,
you have
that-
to admit
like
that's not true.
first of all, like
I didn't walk in here this morning and go like, heitur fálkur mun ég eitthvað?
þungur nýfur.
Já.
So
Þessi nýður á.
skafl beigatu skalli þó skúr á þig falli.
Yeah, see, I don't know what that means. And most people don't.
Anyway,
Is
So-
that from Stuðmenn or something?
no, that's
Yeah, it's from allt á hreinu. the
no,
movie.
no. This is from
Yeah, nobody knows what the fuck those guys
this
are
is from
saying.
this is from Sturlungasaga. This is actually you've translated this actually.
Well, I translated historical novels based on it. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
that's
has the whole poem
totally
there.
the same.
It's about a guy who finds
Really?
himself getting executed on land, but he had written this stanza.
Not
Yeah.
that again.
Ab-
I
about-
remember translating this chapter. It
Yeah,
was,
he had written this stanza, which like he thought I'm gonna write this and then say it when I die, but he'd assumed he'd be dying on a boat, which was not the case. But he didn't have anything else, so he just went with it.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. I love the sagas. I really do.
But what I was gonna say is that also like there's this idea that that the Icelandic language didn't change over that 800 years, which is inaccurate because it was like a revival thing in the 19th century, right?
Yeah, are you talking about the
Fjölnismenn and
Yeah,
Graf-
and also
Ras-
like the Icelandic letter eth?
yeah.
I mean, that had almost completely vanished from our alphabet and all the written
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
language. And then some-
Which for our listeners is a vocalized th. It's like a th.
So
It's a
what I'm-
soft,
and then
soft
some
th.
Dane showed up and was like, "Oh, I really like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save this."
What's it-
It's thanks to Danish dudes like
Yeah.
that every 50 to 100 years or so going
Yeah.
like, I kind of like Iceland. I'm gonna
Was
try
it-
to protect some of it from
I'm
just fucking
trying to
disappearing.
get some more out of these.
this was Rasmus
Sheets.
Christian Rask.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I have eth in my name, so
Yeah.
I'm a fan
yeah.
of
You-
my name and myself.
Somebody has to be.
Yes.
It's good that it's you.
I'm so fucking pissed off that
Yeah,
they
I'm a
use
fan.
Icelandic letters in our passports. Like, how dumb is that?
Why?
It's like an international fucking travel document. And it has to match the name on your ticket, right?
I've never had any.
Really?
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
Not once.
No.
I've just generally had trouble. The only trouble I've had with the passport is like traveling.
Finding it.
No.
Bring it with you.
Maybe it's different because like changing an AF into a
Yeah.
D, this
Yeah.
is not like a hard grasp for like someone working at an airport to make. But the fact that Thorp at the start of my
Yeah.
patronymic is
Yeah.
actually a TH is real fucking difficult for many Americans to comprehend.
Yeah. Okay. I basically haven't traveled to America in 15 years.
Yeah, I had trouble. Like people questioned whether or not Iceland actually existed, thus making my passport kind of problematic.
Did you ever get Iceland? What state is that in?
Yeah, I've had that too. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Also, can you drive to there?
Nope.
And
Well,
something
if
about
you stay in your car the whole boat ride,
and something about like
technically, yeah.
something about like elevators and
Easy for-
igloos. Gotten that one?
What? elevators.
People were asking if
is Greenland ice and
yeah,
Iceland
of
green?
course. Yeah, of course.
I had to start inventing some very amusing answers to that one.
But what I was going to say is
50th
that
time or so.
in our 19th century nationalistic cultural revival, we kind of like readjusted the Icelandic language to an ideal of how we wanted it to be, which was the 13th century.
And invented all that horrible food, right?
That was the 20th
Yeah.
century, I think.
Yeah.
Partly. But I mean, partly invented, not invented. We were actually eating a lot of that stuff into the 20th century.
But I've heard a little bit
Waste
about
or
this
stuff.
revival. You know more about it. But yeah, basically for our listeners, like a lot of what is advertised as like, 1,000-year-old traditions, going
Yeah.
back to the days of,
Vikings.
Eric the Red or whatever the fuck, were actually invented by what? Students? About 100 to 150 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing odd about that. That's, kind of what was happening all over Europe at the time.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, in Japan as well.
For the French language didn't exist.
Yeah.
Prior to the 19th century or middle of the 19th century. I mean, they just made up Norwegian more or less because it was dialects.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. And I mean, Swedish had very different dialects between where you were. They still have really weird dialects like Älvdalska.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean the Danes, because I love the Danes.
Yeah, they don't
Also
even have a
have,
fucking language. Everybody agrees on that one.
And I mean, if you meet some people from the countryside in Denmark, I mean, you will not understand what they're saying.
It's basically German, isn't it? The further from the cities you get.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but like German with like Danish accent.
It's like some
it's
sort
like
of an
German, Danish, Dutch kind of.
It's some sort of an unholy fusion.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Well, they have what's called a language continuum, through most of Europe.
Yeah.
That is right.
I mean, and that thing was much more true, like in many ways in the 18th and 19th century. Like if you walked from Paris to Berlin,
Mm-hmm.
like the language would be like changing the whole time.
Yeah.
So at some point you were going like, I guess this is not French-ish anymore. It's German-ish at some point.
And
etc.
this is still sort of the case. Like
It has but I mean, kind of like here, like we used to have dialects here, but that's gone too. Partly through, I think, just radio and shared media, and that's the same. I mean, there's this whole book, Travels with Charlie by Steinbeck, where he's driving around the United States in the early 60s, and he's talking about like how radio has basically kind of more or less killed the dialects there, or the different pronunciations.
yeah.
And saying, you used to be able to like tell from like which side of a river in a valley somebody was based on the way they talked, but that's kind of going away.
Yeah, and in England they had what the English like to call boffins.
Boffins?
Yeah, like people who are super into shit, basically autists or whatever, who RP became this sort of separate thing that weirdly kind of preserved the accents by sort of like categorizing them, whereas in America this was never really done to that level. Like it just wasn't in to do that. Like
it's weird. It's weird how
the American mindset resists categorization, whereas the British sort of embrace it.
Oh, they love that shit.
It's weird how dialects in the UK have kind of kept going. Like it's
I think it's because of this.
Incomprehensible shit.
I think it's because
I
of
love
this. There was a committed, organized effort to do it.
And I think I told you that I always thought when I was watching like the Osbournes in the 90s or whatever it was, that I always thought about Ozzy. It was like, this guy must have done so much drugs. I can't understand the fucking
No,
word he's saying.
he's just from Birmingham.
Yeah, he's just a broomie. Nothing wrong with him. Anyway, so we have here. Let's talk about PATs.
Oh yay!
So last week the government passed a new bill that means that now if you live in an apartment building, you don't need to get a permit from your neighbors to have a PAT in your apartment.
Okay.
And I think kind of like a lot of people who have been, how was my joke about this? It's a terrible joke. Anyway, this has left a lot of allergic people scratching more than their head. Anyway.
You mean the balls?
I don't know.
No.
Whatever you, like if you have an allergy.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
I don't know. Do you guys have any opinion on this?
No.
Do you slightly care?
Yeah, I mean, I find this interesting, as I do most things. It's, where do you draw the line? Like, apartment buildings are this sort of weird exercise in government at the smallest scale, aren't they? Like, is it going to be a dictatorship full of rules, or is it going to be a kind of democracy? They have these meetings, I guess, and those are usually shit shows. And
but this is like undermining the democracy of it, right?
Well, you can still decide to like ban a particular animal. I mean, if there's a dog living in the...
Oh, you can throw out that dog.
Yeah.
And I guess this doesn't...
You have to like sign a petition.
You have to vote on it.
Call UTL and have him deported.
Yeah, basically.
So I guess they get sent to the countryside, right?
Yeah. And you also
yes.
have... I mean...
Sent to live on a nice farm with some farm people.
And this doesn't change the fact that in Reykjavík and some other municipalities, you have to like apply for a license to have a dog. I mean, dogs were banned.
Yeah, dogs were illegal here for ages until...
Yeah, no beer, no dogs.
Yeah.
Just cats and vodka.
Yep.
Better times, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking paradise, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, when people are telling you like
if you were rich, of course.
Yeah, people telling you like things used to be better back in the day, and you're like, cats and vodka, great. No dogs and beer.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, I don't need.
Do you have an opinion on this?
No.
Okay.
I was like, it's just been a lot of allergic people complaining in the past few days in the media.
Yeah. I mean, I think ideally what would happen is that there would be these sort of nominally dog-free or cat-free buildings, but they know that they can't legally exclude people, but they just can actually discourage it. They can ask nicely.
It's like it takes 2/3 of the votes in a húsfélag to just say, oh, this building is like...
And it overrides this new legislation, is what you're saying.
The legislation is just like, now it's inherently allowed, but you have to decide to ban it.
Oh, it was the other way around.
It was the other way around. So, I mean...
It's kind of like donating your organs, right?
Yeah. It's exactly the same thing, thank you.
Which used to be inherently... not so unless you...
It was opt-in and now it's opt-out.
Yeah. Well,
same with the dog. Now everyone is getting a dog unless they say, no, I don't want a dog.
Yeah.
Just getting dogs and drinking beer and donating organs, like...
Yeah, so one day somebody knocks on your door, hands you a puppy, and you go like, what the fuck is this?
And they say, hand them your liver.
And they say, well, there's this thing on Iceland.is that you were supposed to sign if you didn't want the dog.
Yeah.
Ooh, exactly. Everybody loves Iceland.is.
And yes,
everyone's favorite website.
And then they...
Did you know that to go, just to enter Perlan now, have you done this recently?
No.
You need to, so you get there, right?
Why should I?
Exactly. I mean, I used to kind of think it was an okay place to like take a kid and, just kind of dick around. And I mean, you can still do that, but here's what happens. First, you got to get there, and then everything's been divided into lines, and only part of the building is accessible for free. And if you want that for free, you have to prove that you live in Iceland. They've essentially segregated it so that, tourists have to pay to get in general, which I thought was illegal. Like, I'm sorry, but isn't that against the law? Anyway, so you get there, and in order to prove that you're Icelandic, you have to, like, have a smartphone, first of all, and, like, scan a fucking QR code, and then enter your email, and then you have to wait to get an email, which can take up to 5 minutes, because Iceland.
That's fun.
Yeah, doesn't this sound fucking amazing? And then you got to dig through your email and show them the thing. And to their credit, like the staff there are so used to this being a shit show that it's enough for them to, if you just say like, I'm Icelandic, they'll be like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
No, I think the Blue Lagoon for some time a while ago tried to have a separate, they charged a separate fee for you to enter the lagoon if you were Icelandic.
Yeah, and they were like...
And that turned out to be in opposition to our EU things.
Yeah, as well as should be.
But it's still like you can go into shops and they would have these small notes. It's like, be in our vinaklubbur. Like you can't sign up unless you have kennitala.
Yeah, so what you do to circumvent that is that you buy annual cards or...
it's like if you go to Þjóðminjasafnið
or you join a club
or National Museum, you can buy it's like áskort, what's that?
Annual pass
for the same price as a single admission.
Yeah.
So
And this is basically what Scandinavia does too, as far as I've noticed.
Yeah.
The Danes.
The Danes. All right, so mosquito takeover continues.
Oh,
I
fun.
mean, isn't that like fake news? Because they had like some news reporting about mosquitoes in like a stable or something, and it turned out to be just a...
It turned out all of the people polled lived in the same stable.
No, it turned out to be some kind of a different fly, pretty common in Iceland.
Yeah, I think that's true. So, I guess it's... So this was the latest report. I mean, they found a mosquito in Hvalfjörður a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is funny to me.
A mosquito.
I found it!
And I guess...
Quick, to the conference room.
And I guess after and I guess isn't that everybody kind of like...
Bring it in a little Ziploc bag. Like, excuse me, did you see this? Who is responsible for this? Whose is this? We have a lost and found here.
So what I was afraid of is a repetition of the what are they called, the midges?
The midges?
A midge.
Midge, the midge thing
What?
flies?
Which
like,
is like
lose me.
Lose me.
Yeah, midge.
It's like a gnat.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like tiny biting flies.
Amazing living creature.
Yeah, which like they showed up in Iceland for the first time in 2015, and for the next decade, every summer there would just be another fucking report about how somebody got stung by these things in a new location previously not known to have those things. And
Newsflash: Iceland is small.
And I'm afraid that we're looking now at
flies can travel.
Yeah.
and I'm afraid that we're looking at like another decade of just mosquito sightings, and I can't deal with it.
No.
Shit. Anyway,
you do get eaten alive sometimes. Some nights in the summer here now, and that didn't used to happen.
Yeah, but I've never. I mean, I travel during the summer, like in Iceland. I've never been bitten by a loosemee.
Yeah,
but I went to
lucky.
France this summer, and I was just like
eaten alive.
It's not a problem the way it is on the mainland, but it happens. Like, and I feel like it didn't happen at all.
Oh, it happens. Yeah. It happened though. But eventually you kind of get used to them.
I was up at Abalat.
Yep.
Ape Lake. Lake Ape. No one knows why it's called that. There's theories. I looked this up while I was translating those Viking books. And,
I mean, like Ape or Ape used to be a man's name in Icelandic.
Yeah. There was this one theory that it was Papava, but I think that was disproved by somebody. He said like they wouldn't have called it that.
No,
because the name is too old or something like that.
It's kind of interesting because like one next to where I think you're familiar with, which is what we tend to call Símamannaness, but it's also called Apanes or Ape Peninsula.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was there, because I was there like a family thing. It's where the electricians union has their cabins.
The sort of next hill to that place towards the east is called Krossholt for no apparent reason. So if you have, I guess people were sort of drawing conclusions like if it's called Crucifix Hill,
chances are good the lake is named after Irish monks.
Yeah, but at the same time, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But I do know that I got hit hard by some sort of flying, biting thing in the middle of summer there. So I think when you're close to a lake, and it's like wetlands and stuff,
there's a lot of flies out there. I mean,
I
grew up out there and spent a few good summers next to that place. And I mean, you get used to whatever the Icelandic mosquitoes are called. They wouldn't really bother you that much if you grew up in the area. You wouldn't really notice them.
Yeah, it's wild how loud they get, those big clouds.
Yeah.
I remember waking up one morning in a tent and thought someone was running like a power generator, like within earshot of my tent, just like this constant like throbbing hum, like vroom, vroom, vroom. It's really disconcerting to like go outside and realize it's just a cloud of flies that thick.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would sometimes bike to, like, I had a summer job at some point at a gardening facility by Laugavatn, and I would bike there from the farm, and if I was tired and I would like yawn on the way down that hill, that would be like my protein intake for that day.
That takes care of breakfast, I guess.
Basically, yeah.
That's how you stay so skinny.
Yeah.
They just eat fucking
Flies.
They eat you, I eat them. This is my revenge tactic.
Yeah, it's one of those places where the food chain turns back on itself.
Oh yeah. So what
It's
about
an advanced society?
In capitalist Iceland, fly eat you. Or no, wait, you eat fly. Which one? Which
So-
one is the less Yakov Smirnov?
So there was a report on Friday about organized crime in Iceland.
Yeah.
Did you pay attention to that, Aðalsteinn?
Yes, I did. Especially these, it's like 6 ways to
Launder money.
It's like they made.
This
like
is a university course, I think.
They made a convenient list. It's like 6 ways to
launder money
in Iceland, and then they gave like a real world example of how you could use like multiple ways in one money laundering scheme.
Ooh.
It's like, this is a guide.
Yeah.
This
nice.
isn't a like,
The
why
step-by-step
did they-
tutorial.
yeah.
Beautiful. I guess they're not very self-aware, are they?
No, I mean, the UN and like other international agencies, they put out reports like this. And one of the things I've reported on in the past is like these briberies happening in Africa. And we actually...
Wait, I've never heard about that.
No,
Okay.
let's get into that later. But we looked at, while reporting that, we looked at some UN report. It's like red flags for bribery, and it read like a manual. And we could just like, okay.
Like,
They
check,
must have
check.
gotten a
check.
advanced copy of this report.
Just taped it to their fridge.
Or maybe, so we're talking about the infamous Samherji case.
Yeah.
And an Icelandic company bribing officials in Namibia to get their hands on their fishing quotas.
Yeah.
And it was reported last week, I think, that the previous amount of money that had been thought somebody had spent on bribes was actually double that, right? Or triple.
Yeah, double the amount.
Double, it was 3 billion ISK.
Yeah.
It also turned out
Fucking
that...
inflation, man.
Yeah.
You can't even bribe a guy anymore without...
So they were bribing like for 1 million kroner a day for their entire time of operating there.
Fucking Christ.
And it also
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So it also turned out that the fall guy, the guy who actually, the deep throat of the story, the guy who leaked this story or whatever you want to say, they had
Sounds
just
filthy.
their response, the company's response to that whole thing was to just blame him for all the bribing. But it turned out most of the bribing had taken place after he left a job with them.
Yeah.
Which is very inconvenient for that. Allegedly, yeah.
You can bribe a guy from the safety and comfort of your own home now, thanks to
The
digital
internet.
banking. Yeah.
Yeah, or you know,
It's not just briefcases full of cash anymore.
No, you can
I don't know how they did things at Lööva, but
just
But they
briefcases
actually-
full of moonshine.
yeah. It's kind of leaky. Should put it in a bag next time.
That was in bottles. So I don't know. The funny part is that in this organized crime report is not actually reporting on bribery in Africa, right? It's on like more like classic crime locally.
Yeah. It's mainly focused on like
Prostitution, human trafficking.
and organized crime groups, which they say have doubled.
And they
in the
also
past
say
10 years or something.
the number of these groups. They
Yeah.
also say that these now have international connections,
Yeah.
and they.
I mean, it's not a positive report, even though you get like a crash course in money laundering.
No.
But they also they point out a thing that has been reported for years, that the coast around Iceland is quite easy access. I mean, you can
There's a lot of coast.
There's
The ocean is big.
Yeah, and it's like 30 different harbors,
And there's like one boat to patrol it, and there's a bum sleeping in it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that part, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it last show, the bum sleeping in the boat.
Yeah. Okay, that's also true. So, no, I had this anecdote about this, which is that I went on a field trip to the jail here a decade and a half ago or something.
Is that what they're calling it now? Field trips.
It was a field trip, visiting.
Yeah, a visiting scholar.
And I talked to an unnamed person who had gotten some jail time for importing amphetamines or something on a boat.
Was he by any chance a special prosecutor
No,
sharing your...
but it came sort of. It wasn't explicit in the conversation, but it was kind of implied that this was not his first boat trip.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess one of the jokes here is that, I mean, the service level of, so this is a joke from the drug industry, but somebody said that the reason why foreign crime units were displacing Icelandic criminals was because they actually like did stuff like show up on time with the right stuff you ordered for the price they discussed. So like replacing the Icelandic competition.
It doesn't sound very Icelandic when you put it like that.
No, so the Icelandic competition like was just outmaneuvered by basic standards. That's one joke. But anyway, I mean it's a kind of a it's a pretty fucking creepy report. I mean, they're talking about these groups like preying on people with like immigrant status or in some sort of a disadvantaged situations,
like
teenagers and refugees, and then there's like prostitution, human trafficking.
Yeah, I read that there's these brothels that they know they're there basically, but they can't raid them for various reasons or choose not to because they sort of, you know, there's nothing untoward going on, but there's all these red flags for human trafficking that, you know, that will cause them to maybe do a raid. But
yeah, and Iceland used to be considered a transit country for human trafficking, but now we seem to have upped our
game
to be the final destination of like victims of human trafficking.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, you know, so we told ourselves that such things wouldn't happen here, and then a couple of years ago, as we discussed, we had this scandal with the...
I'm sorry, who was saying it wouldn't happen here?
I mean, we kind of told ourselves we wouldn't having any problems. That's what we tend to do.
Yeah.
I'm just making that shit up.
It's
anyway.
like corruption doesn't exist.
Corruption doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. And
we jailed the bankers.
And you'll receive...
And other lies.
If you marry an Icelandic woman, we will give you money. You've heard the stories.
I'm married to an Icelandic woman. I have no money.
There you go.
Yeah. The part they don't tell you is then you have to spend that money on her. You know.
I mean, I would
needs.
gladly.
No, you don't. You actually spend it on real estate. That's how it works here. So
got married. Called the bank. Where do I transfer my money?
Yeah.
We'll
take that, sir.
Sign me up for serfdom.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we should wrap this up.
Are you going to do a wrap?
Say anything more offensive?
So we can either talk about the Great Replacement Theory, which was...
please.
Okay, let's not do that. But there was this whole thing about the Center Party that last week. And
it's like, it's not a theory, it's like a
it's statistics. And you look at the statistics and they're all wrong.
Yeah.
Perfect. But it turned into like this whole thing where the op-ed that Snorri Másson wrote for Viðskiptablaðið, where he was touting this theory, which was based on statistics that didn't make any sense. Vísir ran a story about it with a picture of Snorri holding his kid at a Center Party event.
Yeah, when he was elected the
vice chairman.
Yeah.
And this basically turned into the whole story, just this thing. Anyway.
They're so pathetic, aren't they? They're just like...
What, Vísir?
No, the Center Party, and just like this fucking... They're like obviously emboldened by like how well reform is doing in England, and just like, oh, okay, we can just start saying stupid shit too, and people will still vote for us.
Yeah, I mean, pathetic. I mean, they're doing quite well in the polls.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
So, instead of diving into that, we're going to
so
answer...
is reform. Yeah.
We're gonna answer a single reader's question, which has popped up more than once.
Bring it.
At Claris asks, I have a question.
Okay.
Why are so many songs from the 2012 Hafdís Huld album Vögguvísur in the weekly Spotify Iceland Top 50? Is that a particularly special album for Icelandic people?
Yes, it gets our kids to sleep.
It's an album.
It's like magic.
It's like an album of lullabies.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know, that's the funny thing about lullabies, is that their mission is actually to bore you to sleep.
Yeah.
And Hafdís Huld successfully does that on that particular album.
I didn't even know this album existed. So is it just like classic Icelandic lullabies?
Yeah,
just like
in her like soft voice. It's
so it's just like basically folk songs. This has like a broad appeal. But I mean, I didn't even know this was a thing to people here.
I mean, still, if my youngest kids are like having a tantrum, I just put this on and they like relax instantly.
I suppose the answer to that question then seems to be because parents aren't singing to their own children anymore.
I mean, the first 3-letter sentence my 10-year-old said, like before he was 10, was like, "Dad, don't sing."
Yeah.
Yeah, I already told you about this.
Yeah,
my daughter this weekend said, "Dad, don't dance." It's like...
That is unfair.
That's unfair. I mean, said to her, "I'm never going to stop dancing."
No. Yeah.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Yeah. There you go. You told them.
Yep.
You tell them.
Yep.
You tell them.
You tell those little girls.
Yeah. So I mean, it's well, there's like a shortage of lullaby albums actually.
Yeah, I think this is a brilliant scheme because it filled like a kind of a hole there.
Yeah,
that nobody had sat down and done this.
And I kind of pondered this because like the availability of like really nice lullabies in Sweden is a lot more impressive.
And probably more successfully capitalized on, like everything in Sweden.
Yeah, they do it pretty well. And like even good old folk songs with like really nice lyrics. And I feel like I'm just waiting for somebody of talent to
I'm waiting for
harvest that stuff into an Icelandic thing.
I mean, it's like Björgvin Halldórsson did with Italian pop songs.
Should I just point out that I have been the nicest one to Hafdís Huld out of the three of you? Just for the record, I want to say...
I'm saying it works
it's
great.
Just like she's boring, she's untalented.
What?
I didn't say that.
No.
Yes, you did. You just said you're waiting for somebody of talent to do this.
She's talented as a musician, not as a capitalist.
I mean that's a good point. Like if it's on Spotify, she's probably not making a lot of money.
Oh no. But I mean on the upside,
the CD and everything. It's like
on
is magic.
But on the upside, all of that Spotify play is like
I would never talk badly about Hafdís Huld.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you did.
No.
Yeah.
But all of this Spotify.
I famously got yelled at on the internet for talking shit about her a long time ago.
Yeah, I would never. Okay, on that note,
you can all feel rest assured that the Spotify love of Hafdís Huld's vögguvísur is due to us having kids that need to fall asleep.
Yeah,
and you can also sleep soundly knowing that she's not really getting any of that money, and it's more or less being funneled into weapons development in Germany.
Yeah,
and buying of giant stadiums.
Yeah. All of those nice things.
Soccer teams
that our love of sleeping children is facilitating. So thanks for listening or watching. And I was gonna add one thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna add like a PR thing. Not a PR. The Grapevine store is gonna have a Black Week starting on Friday, which is just an extended version of the worst thing in history.
It's because of Black History Month.
No, it's because of capitalism.
Okay.
So everybody here who knows what shop.grapevine.is is, where you can buy stuff for Christmas from Iceland, tune in to the store. It's gonna have a sale this Friday for a week.
This Friday for a week.
Starts on this Friday and will be on for a week.
Okay.
They should have a Friday that lasts a week.
Yeah, I was like really excited. No, but having to work and never like get to the weekend.
But it's the anticipation that makes it so delicious.
It's like a week of Fridays and then a 2-day weekend.
Yeah, you're gonna take this whole period when you're off work.
Yeah.
But it's like vacation
time.
Like
after 5.
Yeah, but you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you're going to make that a whole week. That's perfect.
Always pizza night.
Woo!
See you next pizza night.
Yeah.
For a week.
Yes.
Thanks for listening or watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.